the 16th ever Moonwell News broadcast. I'm your host, Justin Cognito. If there are any stories that you feel should be included, please reach out and share them with me so I can include them in our next broadcast. For our first story tonight, new teleportation stones made available by the Grand Paladin. The Grand Paladin has recently distributed new magical stones that allow us to teleport around the city. Options include teleporting to the center of the city, teleporting to your home, and even summoning other Jimmies. For our second story tonight, familiar cooking. We've received reports of attempts to cook a known familiar that roams the city. Given that familiars disappear when they die, this leads us to believe that the familiar is being cooked alive. Authorities are looking to arrest the individual for familiar abuse. Please reach out to your local authorities if you have any information on the culprits. Now, for our interview with Bartholomew. Greetings and welcome to this episode of Meet the Paladins. Today I have a new paladin with us. Please introduce yourself. What is your name?
Hi everyone, my name is Bartholomew Barringstone.
Nice to meet you, Bartholomew. Now, tell me, what is your favorite color?
Oh, that's a hard one. I would have to go with crimson because that's the color of my paladin uniform. I like it because it's like gives me a sense of security and it's just a nice color.
So you're an aficionado, different flavors of red then?
Oh yeah, I love all like crimson, uh, royal red is a new one that I've just come up with. I love brick red, like because Brickton's my favorite district.
Makes sense. And yes, we have lots of brick red around here.
Beautiful interior here.
Perfect. Now, do tell me a quirky fact about yourself. Something for people to get to know you a little bit better.
Well, I had a brother, called Pearson, Barringstone, but he was killed by some guy called Declass, but that's not really his real name because he's like is a criminal and forgot his name because he was so long in prison. But now he's also a Grand Paladin, which I don't know how I should feel about, but now I've got a new family in the Grand Paladin Order.
Interesting. So this man who killed your biological brother is now technically family. How does that make you feel?
He's like an estranged uncle or like cousin, so I try to keep my distance from him, but like the old man says we have to play nice, so I guess I have to be nice.
Makes sense. It's got to be difficult to deal with. Do you feel like this paladin could redeem themselves through service? That maybe that they can become somebody you would trust and even consider family at some point. Is there hope?
Honestly, Justin, only time will tell, but I'm sure that the Grand Paladin has a good reason for allowing him to become one of us paladins.
Now, please tell me, what is your personally favorite deployment so far? Obviously, there may be a new one in the future.
Well, my favorite deployment would have to be my research into the whereabouts and doings of this hidden rat organization called the Nest. Now, the old man doesn't believe they're real. I've tried to like prove it to him so many times with limited success, but hopefully, following this interview, we'll have come up with decisive evidence that these rats are up to no good, and we will hopefully have dealt with them swiftly and with severe force.
I think it was just 2 broadcasts ago where I actually had a weird recording in my studio of rats talking about like a manifesto and taking over the city and things.
You have?
Yes.
What is it? Oh my goodness. Well, after this, I will definitely have to see these recordings if you could supply them to me.
They're in my weekly broadcast. I think it was just week 14.
Ah, very well. I will have a look at these immediately.
I see you do not watch my broadcast. It's fine.
Apologies. It's very it's a lot of work being a paladin.
Understandable.
We don't get much free time.
All right. That is all my questions here today. Is there anything else you'd like to tell to our audience?
Am I looking right there?
Above the bell.
Above the bell. Yes. the Grand Palanor is doing their best for the city, and we hope that we can support you in any way possible. Thank you. And Rats, if you're watching this, we are coming for you.
Now, back to you, future Justin Cognito.
Bye.
Thank you, past Justin Cognito. For our third story tonight, Cobalt Council. There appears to be a gathering of kobolds in Moonwell making some form of mini-government. Authorities are concerned this may be some form of insurgent group. If you know anything about this group, please reach out. For our final story tonight, many James have been reporting drowned Jimmies in the pools. Moonwell News would like to remind Jimmies that we have aquatic residents in the city, and the GPO Corpus Disposal Service is very quick in removing dead residents to avoid zombie outbreaks. Please, try asking or poking them with sticks before making a false report wasting city resources. Now to Sir Scoot Scott with the weather.
Thank you, Justin Cognito. This is Sir Scoot Scott reporting in for the weather. You can expect sunshines and clear skies over Moon Bay and Brickton today, just as long as you aren't in the way of the new tower in Brickton. You can expect congestion in Goat Town today, as a herd of goats swarm the streets, attacking anyone that comes in their way. Pollution is at an all-time high today in the slums and the grove caused by the GPO airship. The old man has refused to comment on this issue. A recent spider infestation has swept over Dwarven District, suspected to have originated from Darkvale. We will make sure to keep you updated as it progresses. And finally, all is well in Southshire and Sticky, with a slight chance of gale force winds and your fortnightly blood moon. And now back to you, Justin Cognito.
Thank you, Sir Scoot Scott. Thank you all for coming to this broadcast of Moonwell News. I hope you come back next week to view our next broadcast.